There's plenty of talk about how bad Islam is. I want to talk about what we can do about Islam in this country, what we should do in order to protect ourselves and to preserve our towering moral authority for future generations. My name is Gavin Bobey. I stop mosques from getting planning permissions. I'm very proud of that. But I want to talk today just as what I am, which is another guy, a compassionate English redneck who likes to see reality clearly. Now, as anyone who's seen a previous video of mine will know, I think we are likely to win. I think we're likely to win quite easily. Succinctly now, what I think is likely to happen is a policy of repatriation of Muslim people out of this country into their lands of ancestral origin. I don't advocate that here, I simply predict it. The question is, what should we do about it in order to protect ourselves, in order to preserve that moral authority? In order to do that, it really helps to work out, first of all, what is happening and why. And what I want to deal with now in this little video is simply what is happening. What is happening can be put quite straightforwardly, and that is we face a genocidal threat from Islam. It is a genocidal doctrine. That is its intention. Now, that's not under my definition of genocide. That's under the definition of genocide as put forward by the United Nations Genocide Convention of 1948, Article 2 in particular. And that genocidal intent runs through Islamic doctrine like the lettering running through a stick of rock. And it's achieved in two ways. Firstly, through population expansion. Secondly, through war and subjugation. Now, the population expansion, that is achieved in three main ways. The first way is through migration. The second route is through fertility rates or fertility rates at a young age. And the third method is through the importation of spouses. And that has the effect of increasing the Islamic population and displacing the domestic, the resident English population. And we see that throughout in many areas in towns and cities across the country. The second element, the second part of this, is the war and subjugation. And that's achieved in two ways. Firstly, through violence, and that includes things like killing non-Muslims wherever you find them, as the Quran repeats 14 times. The second way is imposing physically destructive living conditions and mental and physical harm, as defined in the UN Genocide Convention. And this is seen in the activities, most vividly in the activities of the Muslim rape gangs, who say that that is justified in the Quran. It's sanctioned by the Quran 14 times. 14 times the Quran refers to those whom your right hands possess. That means war captives, war booty, sex slaves taken in war. And those are not crimes, or those are not sex crimes. They're not even crimes of violence. You can't even dignify that as a war crime. That is a crime of genocide because of the genocidal intention behind it, which runs throughout Islam repeatedly. The Quran saying basically, make war against non-Muslims until there are no non-Muslims left, until everyone converts to Islam. Make war against non-Muslims until religion will be for Allah alone, until worship is for Allah alone. I've been commanded to fight people till they say none has the right to be worshipped but Allah. That is the repeat function. Keep making war against non-Muslims until the whole world becomes a one religion state. And that problem has to be faced up to. If you keep ignoring it, it will simply get worse until you can't ignore it any longer, and then you will have to face up to it. And things that can't go on forever don't. So that is the problem. That is the issue. That is what we're facing. In the next video, I want to talk about why this is happening, why our politicians are letting it happen, and why we are letting it happen as well.